We talked about a lot of things, Wendy. I think we're really getting people to a point that they feel like they can start their own legitimate business in the music business and make sure they have all of their contracts, their agreements, their understanding, their knowledge of what it means to move forward and build an infrastructure for your own business and why it's so important. One of the things you mentioned in the last video was labels or even investors wanting their money back after investing in you. If an investor gives you money to go do what you got to do, or if a record label, fronts you money, whether it's your advance, whether it's to pay for marketing, whether it's to just go have dinner with a programmer at a radio station to talk about your record, they're going to tax you for that, and they want to be paid back for that expense, which, by the way, labels can expense a lot of things and itemize them underneath your recoupment. So you need to be mindful of that. You need to be mindful of that too, and pay attention to what they're spending on you. So that's something nobody ever talks about, and no one worries about either because they don't even know. So
I do.
Yeah. So what we want to talk about now is what it means for a label or an investor to recoup their money back from you. A lot of people just think, oh, I just got to pay them back, right? It's more than that. And Wendy, can you explain to them and give them the horrible facts of what it means to recoup your money from a label?
Absolutely. And I wish I had a box of tissues, with my logo on it to give out to everybody. Yeah. But recoupment means that they're going to get back whatever they spend on you. And just like Clinton said, it includes any advances paid to you, any payments that they make for you, like if they help you pay your rent or they make a car payment for you 1 month or a mortgage payment, part of your video costs, all of your content costs, all of your marketing. But when you pay them back, it doesn't come off the top like you're thinking it should. It comes back out of your share. And let me explain what I mean by that. So let's say that $1 in royalty income comes into the label. And let's say you've got a 15% royalty share. So 15 cents out of that dollar belongs to you. They don't pay you that 15 cents as soon as it comes in. They put that 15 cents towards whatever they spent on you. So if they spend $1 million on marketing and promotion and advances to you, that 15-cent share goes towards paying back that $1 million. So recoupment means you're paying them back out of your percentage, not off the top. It doesn't come right off the top when the income comes in as you would think that it should, because you're both partners and taking the risk in this. No, it comes back out of your share.
So to simplify that, if you have $1, and for every dollar that comes in for your music, they make 85 cents and you make 15 cents.
Yeah.
So let's say that you are savvy and you did an 80-20. They make 80 cents and you make 20. They're getting their 80 cents right off the top. And then your money that you owe back comes out of your 20 cents.
Yes.
Out of the dollar, it only comes out of your 20 cents.
Your 20 cents. Exactly.
So if you made $1 million and you owe them $1 million,
yes, and
you brought in $1 million, you didn't say, oh, great, we made the $1 million back. No. You made $200,000. They made $800,000, and all you're doing is paying back $200,000 of the $1 million that you owe.
Exactly.
I don't think any aspiring artist, I don't even think artists signed fully understand that.
No, and it makes them really sad when I explain it to them. Right. But you've got to know that. You've got to know that if they're sending a car service to you to get you to the studio, then you're paying back that car service out of your small percentage. It makes more sense to Uber. It makes more sense to take the subway. Right. Every dollar they spend, they're getting back. Now, if you've got leverage, you can negotiate some things like 50% of video, 50% of radio. So you may not be paying back 100%, but you're still paying back something. You've got to be really savvy about where the money is being spent. And not to say that anybody's trying to rip you off, but they keep the records. They're the ones that keep track of what's being spent and what's coming back in. And one of the things that I learned very early in this industry, let's say that I'm an artist and Clinton's an artist and we're both signed to a major record label, and we have projects that are dropping at kind of the same time. Maybe I'm a rapper and he's a singer, or maybe he's a rapper and I'm a singer, and they're going to send us together to a conference to promote. So maybe that trip to the conference cost $20,000. They're going to put a $20,000 deficit against his account and a $20,000 deficit against my account. They don't split it 10 and 10 the way that you and I would, Clinton, if we were keeping track of the records. They're saying, okay, we spent $20,000 on this artist to go to this conference, and Wendy has to pay it back and Clinton has to pay it back. So they're getting double the money back, but you and I don't know that, because by the time we see our statements, we're in different parts of our career. We're in different parts of the country. We might be in different parts of the world. You might be on tour in Japan and I might be at home struggling, trying to keep my career alive. Mm-hmm. So we're not focused on what got spent 3 years ago when we went to a conference together, right, or when we went to an award show together.
Right. And the other thing too is they can be using money from your account to be pushing other artists that are on their label. For an example, they fly out. I'm in the LA office at Def Jam. I fly to New York to go meet with somebody about, Clinton Sparks' new record. While I'm there, I'm also talking about Wendy and Billy and Joe's records too. So I'm paying for you to go promote the other artists too, because you're putting that under something that I have to pay back, that you want to recoup from me. So these are a lot of things to be mindful of in understanding what recouping is. Recouping, in conclusion, is they take their money, every dime they spend on anything connected to you. And by the way, they get to decide what's connected to you. So any money connected to you, they get it back right off the top, and not from the top of every dollar, from just your percentage that you negotiated. Their percentage never gets dented, and they get their percentage right off the top. And then you get to pay back the money. So that's recouping. Another important thing that I think people need to know and be familiar with is ancillary rights. Yes. What does ancillary, we've all heard the term, or if you haven't heard the term, you better get familiar with the term, because it's something that if you're going to have a proper business and want to win big in the music business, you need to know what that means. So Wendy, why don't you explain what ancillary rights means?
Ancillary is any money that's coming in from any stream that isn't your royalty or your publishing or your merchandise or your touring. So ancillary rights are, if I write a book and I have a 360 deal with my label, and if you don't know what a 360 deal is, you need to watch the video that Clinton and I just did about 360 deals. So if I write a book and I get an advance of, say, $30,000 for that book, the label has a right to take a percentage of that ancillary income. That also includes any royalties that come in from that book. If I appear on a reality TV show or in a film, and I have a 360 deal and they have a piece of my ancillary rights, then they're allowed to take a stream of income from not only the upfront money that I get from doing that, but also any royalties that I get. If my music is synced into a TV show or a video game, or it's used anywhere, and I have a deal for ancillary rights with my record label, they get to take a percentage, whatever we negotiated in the deal, they get to take a percentage of those rights. And that could be—
doesn't mean that they had to help you get to that book tour.
Oh, no.
They had to help you land that sync deal. They just—
No, it does not. It just means that it's a stream of income that they're able to tap, so that, and that could be anywhere from 10% to 50%, because you don't get what's fair in the music industry, you get what you negotiate. So as you're negotiating your deal, it just really depends on how much leverage you had in order to negotiate yourself out of giving up a percentage of ancillary rights, or what percentage you give up. But ancillary rights is anything outside of your music or your publishing or your merchandise, any money that comes into you. It could be, I start a chain of wing stops. If they have ancillary rights, they get a percentage of my income from those wing stops. Ancillary income is any outside income that doesn't include the royalty stream, the publishing stream, or the merchandising stream.
So there's a price to pay if you want to sign with a major label, or you need somebody else's money to help you build your career.
Yes.
So you just decide.
I'm sorry, can I add one more thing? Because if you're an artist watching this and you really don't want to give up your ancillary rights, then you need to have leverage. And the best way to get leverage is to put your music out yourself and start to make money with your music. Because as you build leverage and as a label sees that there's less risk in signing you than another artist who might be somewhere in the country doing the same thing as you, it'll give you the power and your lawyer the power in negotiating to negotiate you out of having to pay any ancillary income to the label.
And you want to pay as little as possible.
Yes.
They want to make as much as possible.
Yes.
So knowing your business, understanding everything from 360 deals to how to build your own independent label and why that's important if you're an independent artist, to understanding what recouping means from a label or an investor, to understanding what ancillary rights means. These are all the things that are necessary. They're paramount for you to understand and really take some time to build out and learn and know inside and out.
Really learn. And you know, the reality is, Clinton, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm not smarter. I'm not sharper. I'm the same as you guys. So as you guys go forward, please learn this stuff. It's really not hard.
Yeah, I want you guys to win. Wendy wants you to win. We don't want you just to win. We want you to win big. And that's why this course has walked you through the most comprehensive course to teach you everything you need to know. If you're starting in your bedroom, you're like, I want to be in the music business. Whether I'm a DJ, I'm an executive, I'm a producer, I'm a singer, I'm a rapper, I'm a choreographer, I'm a manager. I want to start an independent label. Whatever it is, that's why we put this course together for you, so that you can have the tools necessary to help you navigate your way to winning big. So now you know how to start an independent label, you understand about recouping, you understand what a 360 deal is, and you understand ancillary rights. So now you understand how to win big. Get familiar.
Geniuses.
Thank you so much, Wendy. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Clinton. Love you to death.
As well. By the way, if you want to learn more, not just from me, Wendy's another person you can learn a lot from. Do you have a website, Wendy?
My YouTube channel is probably the best place, and it's youtube.com/thisiswendyday.
Yep.
And it's all free videos about the music industry.
We're here to help you guys, man. Get familiar. Take advantage of that.
Thank you, love.